All right, bang. Today is Wednesday. It is April 10th. Welcome to the Dog Walk presented by Barstool Sports. Free Swim Wednesday. Here with Chief, here with Danny. Today's episode is brought to you by Vanderhagen razors. Because listen, if you're making the switch from cartridge razors to the safety razor, to a safety razor today, you want to do with Vanderhagen. Okay? Safety razors allow you to get a closer, more comfortable shave. The use of one-blade razors help prevent nicks and cuts while making your skin feel smoother than ever. The best part, these blades cost as little as $1 a piece and last anywhere from 3 to 5 shaves. This will save you thousands of dollars over the years compared to the cost of cartridge razors. The blades are ice-tempered stainless steel blades from Germany that are sharp enough to give you the perfect shave. The handle is made to last a lifetime, so the only recurring purchase you will have is for the blades.
Love that.
Not too bad, Danny.
Not too bad at all. I'm going to get myself some
Vanderhagen razors.
shaven.
There you go. Check out your local Target and Rite Aid to get yourself a Vanderhagen safety razor today. It's that simple. Just go to the store. Get yourself a Vanderhagen razor. Go do it, folks. How's everybody feeling today?
good. Later recorded than usual. I like recording later in the day.
Yeah, I feel more. Where Chief's going to be the opposite here.
I'm fading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a morning guy. What are you?
No, night for sure.
No? Yeah.
So if you had the option to do like traditional radio, sports talk radio, is like it's either 5 to 9 a.m. or 6 to 10 a.m. Then the midday is like 10 to 1 or 9 to 1. And then the afternoons maybe like 2 to 6. What would you pick?
I mean, there's factors. So like,
say the money's all equal?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
It's typically not, but in this case, yes.
2 to 6. Oof.
Midday's like the lowest one, right? 10
Typically,
to 2.
yes.
Yeah.
Typically, yes.
Man, I sometimes really don't feel like I'm up until like 3 p.m.
I think I'm going 6 to 10
6
a.m. 6 a.m. to 10.
Nah, I figured.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
It's a tough life, dude.
You think?
Yeah, because you got to get up at like, depends how far you live, and like you got to get up.
Yeah, but you're never fighting rush hour because
That's nice,
you're
for sure.
before it and then you're after it.
But 3:30 you're getting up.
Why?
Well, I'm thinking 5 to 9 as well. Because
I was thinking 6 to 10.
6 to 10.
Yeah. So if it's 6 to 10, I mean, I get up I wake up at 5:15 at the latest anyways. So it wouldn't be that big of an adjustment. Say I have to leave the house at 4:45.
Mm-hmm.
Fine.
Midday is probably the move, though.
That 2 o'clock though, I don't love 2 o'clock either. If it was like 4, I'd take that hands down like 4 to 8 instead of 2 to 6.
Yeah.
But you're talking like 10 to 2, right? As the
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 10 to 2.
That's like that to me smells like rush hour traffic though too. In the morning, getting in.
How about this? Which of those times, which one would you say your brain is at its best? That's kind of what
Probably
we're asking
2 to 6.
here. Yeah.
Probably 2 to 6. Yeah.
Same.
I'm probably sharpest in the morning.
Really?
Yeah.
How? Don't you get groggy?
Put some coffee on, good to go.
Guy just loves wiping sleep out of his eyes.
But I usually, when I wake up, I feel good. Like I go to bed earlier than you guys though too. Like I'm dragging today at, almost 5 o'clock because I stayed up to watch the basketball in the one shining moment.
Now, is a morning person asking you, like, sincerely, what is it about morning people that love to tell you they're morning people and that
Do I do that?
act like they're better than you? You actually don't.
Right.
You actually don't.
I know a guy who does.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a whole episode about this,
Yeah.
I believe.
Did we?
I think we've talked
On a
he was
free
at-
swim?
No, I think it was mid-show.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, Dave he loves doing that.
Loves to.
Yeah.
He loves to remind you that he wakes up
Yeah.
super early and he's not like.
I think it's just like when I was younger. Well, I think probably nobody's like a morning person when they're younger, but like I really like I just had like when I was in college early morning jobs. Like I worked at a health club where I had to open it, so I had to be there at 4:45. And then I had that job in the factory where my shift started at 5 a.m. So I had to leave the house by 4:15. So I think I just like, because of that, like I was doing that for 4 or 5 summers in college that just became normal. So I'm not like thrilled about it, but I can never like, no matter what, I can't, like I stayed up late last night for me by my standards. I was probably awake until midnight, still woke up at the same time.
There's also a cutoff age for bragging about being a morning person. Like if you're a mom, like of course you're a morning person. You know,
Yeah.
like
You don't have a fucking choice.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, if you're like 40,
You're an everything person.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
like, I feel like no 40-year-old is not waking up naturally at least 6 a.m. every day, you know?
Yeah. I remember like being in high school, like the only time I'd ever see my dad and like when he was in a really good mood was like when I would come down at whatever 6 or whatever, and he was like all chipper. He'd been up because he was like the quintessential, like he would get up at 4:15 every day, and then he would head into work at like he would probably leave for work around 6. So I would see him in the morning, and then he was like all in a good mood, and then he would leave and then come back and be like, God.
Yeah. See, my parents woke up super early for work too, but
Yeah.
I didn't catch that gene, I guess. So
I had to do it for years, and I still am not used to it. Like, I would have to wake up at like 6 a.m. for years. I just never got used to it. I hated it.
yeah.
But because you like being out late at night or being up late at night.
I feel like I'm pretty useless in the morning, and at night I'm not.
Yeah. Like you're the kind of, you like taking that quick little slithery walk to 7-Eleven like 1 a.m.
1 a.m. is pretty late, but yeah, I do.
Yeah. No, like that's you. Like that's what I picture. Like when it's the
Yeah,
cold
I don't
night.
know if I love the adjective slithery.
Slithery. That's a little fucking
Just a
snake
normal
going
walk.
down. Yeah.
Normal walk to 7-Eleven at 1
Yeah.
a.m.
You don't slither to 7-Eleven.
Get one of those hot dogs at 1 in the morning.
Some of the
slither
trolley
over there.
burgers,
Yeah.
gummy burgers.
Well, it's also like morning is associated with work, and night you do what you want.
Yeah.
But like he was asking if you're going to be sharper. So like you
Yeah.
have to work. You think you would do better work at 8 o'clock than you would at 6 a.m.
That's hands down.
Really?
I'm on autopilot that early.
I see. I feel like by 8 o'clock I got a game on and like my eyes like are starting to feel heavy.
It probably has to do also with like how long you're up. You know,
Yeah.
like if I'm up for 2 hours and then start work, yeah, probably a lot better off. But naturally, you're rushing to work every day. You know?
That routine though. Like you like the coffee in the morning, right?
Yeah.
Like to make a pot. You like to slither to 7-Eleven at night.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know, maybe watch a movie at night. The millions of other options
like-
besides just slithering to 7-Eleven for
Do you
a poor boy.
Do you get the trolley gummy burgers or no?
No, I'm not big on gummy candies at all.
Damn, dude.
Just chocolate.
You like those burgers, Lance? I heard you laughing.
Dude, I like almost all gummy candies. Little Charlie Bill Burger's fire.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, well,
Is that a common thing? I thought it was like something sometimes you just make up words.
no, trolley burgers, they're a little thing. It's like
Okay.
gummy burger. I think they might have rebranded to SpongeBob Krabby Patties,
Yeah,
maybe.
Krabby Patties.
Yeah.
Fire. Elite.
What? They gave away the secret formula?
Yeah.
Damn.
They're okay. They're better when you're young. I would never buy it.
Probably the most peculiar candy to pick out for a reference, if you're wondering.
I used to get those at 7-Eleven.
Bottom shelf.
Yeah. No one listening ever knew they were at any point called a trolley burger. I'll promise you that.
Yeah, they did, dude. I'm pretty sure it was made by Trolley.
But something like that, you don't even need the brand. You're like, oh, the little gummy burgers? And he's like, oh, the trolley 1990s.
That's
I'm gonna have to look this up. Trolley burger.
Yeah, Trolley mini burgers.
Chief's definitely never seen it in his
No.
life.
And they're just at.
Listen, become the fucking snack gods and with Clem and ZD team.
Oh, but this is like fucking trash. You have to go out of your way to get one of these.
Nah, they used to sell them at 7-Eleven.
No, but like
When you slither, you've never seen them.
I'm never looking for that. I don't look in that aisle. The bagged candies, bagged
Yeah.
goods.
Sometimes you get loose ones though, like you get like a one.
Loosies?
Yeah, it's like a loose. It's like a loose lint at the counter,
But I feel like you have to walk by like hundreds of better candy.
Yeah,
options
exactly.
Before you get to trolley.
You get like a single Ferrero
Like
Rocher.
who's buying these? Like somebody's making and like this is a business.
Dude, they're not bad. Don't shit on them before
But do you?
tried them.
But do you
Right,
agree?
Lance? What a
do you-
fucking asshole.
Do you agree? I mean, this looks like just fucking plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gummy candy, Chief.
Yeah, but there's Skittle gummy candy and there's Starburst gummy
Right.
candy.
The appeal is like for 7 years old and younger, like, oh my God, it looks like a cheeseburger. Eddie's
yeah,
Eddie's
you
still
have
eating
to
them,
you
bro.
have to walk
No,
by
dude, the buns are a little,
dozens of better options to go for a trolley burger.
and the relish and the tomato taste like
No, they
cher-
Stop.
They
This ain't
taste
no
like cherry
Harry
and
Potter
green. They're different flavors for each topping. Yes, they are. It's not like M&M's, guys.
This is one of those things where it's like maybe it was good that I had somewhat of a repressed childhood, where I
Yeah.
just wasn't exposed to this.
And this is the thing where it was
fucking
bad
garbage.
that I didn't have a repressed child
Yeah.
because I know what fucking trolley burgers are. So I'll meet you in the middle.
It's that you
Thanks,
know
Mom.
The brand.
Yeah,
It's not that you know what they are. It's that you know the brand, Ed.
that you know all the flavors of each individual condiment.
I was fudging that.
Okay,
I don't know
okay.
what the flavors were, but the flavors were different.
They were different though.
No.
Okay,
Now I
So
Just
it
like
wasn't
him even more.
It wasn't like M&M's then.
a gummy onion.
No, it wasn't like M&M's.
No, okay.
No, it was not like M&M's.
Okay.
Correct.
You know, you
Fruit
know.
Loops. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get you a trolley burger.
I'm not eating that.
Why?
I feel like if I die in 70 years or something, they'll do an autopsy and that trolley burger will still be sitting
No,
in there.
it's not like a watermelon seed.
Sometimes it's like they're not edible. Like you're chewing on a rubber band.
Yeah. No, I'm good on that.
We don't talk about that enough.
Well, what?
How one day we just woke up and the world had seedless watermelon.
It was scientists.
But I feel like growing up that wasn't the case. Right?
No, it was like a hazard of eating a watermelon.
Yeah, like what, 96? Like we just woke up and it was like,
Something
hey,
like
we got
that.
no seeds in this bitch.
Or they're like just the little white seeds. Which
Yeah.
are innocuous. They're fine.
I can't believe that there's no
Diet
seeds in
seeds.
watermelon.
yeah.
I remember right 10 years ago, I was in Sykeston, Missouri, and there was like a fruit stand on the side of the road and it looked like a big ass watermelon. I was like, oh, let's try one. And then we cut it open. There were seeds and it was, what do you do? Like it's
Somebody's got to be making it with seeds. Otherwise, we'd have a worldwide watermelon shortage.
Mhm.
You got to collect those seeds, replant the farm.
But talk about outdated.
Then you just start taking that little thing off the bottom of the banana while they're at it.
Nah, that's a good point of,
That's like you.
What
Were
about
you
that?
also told like you can't eat that? Obviously,
The little point part.
Yeah.
I just thought the texture was bad. I think you can eat it, right?
I heard you're not supposed to, but
like the tops and the bottoms of the banana?
just the bottom.
It's got like it's a little different at the very bottom.
Yeah, it's not a seed, but it's harder.
I think
I
that
don't
might
know.
be the seed.
Maybe. I was told not to eat it growing up. It could be one of those like don't leave the light on in the car while we're driving. But my nephew, 2 years old, he just like inherently handed me the banana to like take off that part. I'm like, oh. Like, this is like an instinctual thing almost.
Yeah.
It's not like you're taught.
You ever seen how monkeys eat them?
Peel on.
They open them from the other side.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, so they're probably like going all seed.
Yeah.
They're just chowing down on that seed.
I feel like that peel wouldn't be too bad sometimes.
Did you eat your nephew's bottom?
No, you're not supposed to. What the hell? Pause, dude.
Sorry, the bottom of the banana. Sorry.
No, of course not. Why would I? You think I took up eating the bottom of the banana as I got older?
I don't know. You might slither one in your mouth. You know what I mean?
That's teaching him bad habits.
Come on. Right, Lance?
Lance, you don't have to say anything.
Lance has got the giggles over there.
Do not use my nephew and slither in the same sentence.
It's a family trait. You guys are slithers.
Come on.
How's Slytherin?
Come on. Actually, I kind of want to do that. So going way back to the morning guy thing, what do you think it is, though? What is it about your kind that like feels a need to
You people.
shame?
I think it's like they think those people who I don't want to be part of them, but I think they like just get up. Early bird gets the worm, and it's like if you're up early, they think they're being productive. You're not necessarily. You can just be sitting on your ass doing whatever. Doesn't just because you're awake doesn't mean you're like being productive. But I think it's like they associate it with that. So it's like, oh, I'm up, I'm doing stuff while everyone else is sleeping, but like you're not.
Yeah, they're just flexing about having sleeping problems, basically.
Yeah, I think if you're like the Jocko Wilkins,
Wilkins?
Whatever.
Jocko.
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
where he's
should be
like
Cher.
yeah, he's like, he posts about like, oh, 4:15, I'm in the gym. You know, like, all right, like hardo. But at the same time, like he's up and he's like doing stuff. Or like Kobe Bryant would have like, you know, that was like that famous thing where during the 08 Olympics, those guys were coming back from a night out. He was getting up to go work out. And then eventually the whole like LeBron and Wade, they were like joining him for like these early morning workouts, except for Melo. Melo's like, I'm not doing that shit. Okay. But
He's
but
like, I'll
it
wake
was-
up at 6.
Yeah. He's like, I'm not getting up at no 4 in the morning. But everybody else got on board. But I think it's like it is just like a flex. I don't think or Wahlberg is one of those guys where they're like,
Yeah,
like,
he wakes up at like 2:30
I
and
feel
then
like
raises
that's
from,
just like diminishing returns though. Like you should just kind of, I've heard, I can't remember where I heard it, but it was someone who's like, basically if you follow like the sun, then you're in a good spot. Like you should be winding down when the sun goes down. You should be up when the sun's up.
A couple things I said before, like there's a certain age where you just stop bragging about being a morning person because you're automatically up. As you get older, like my mom is like instead of like I got up at 4 a.m. today, she's like, oh, I got up at 4 a.m. today. You know, gonna go back to bed.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, as someone who hates waking up early, I think it is a fair flex. Like, sure, it could be annoying or whatever, but I can't do it.
Yeah, my parents have kind of slipped back into that. Now they're kind of in bed until 8 now.
We should be shaming people for going to bed early.
What's wrong with going to bed early?
What's wrong with sleeping in?
You miss everything.
What do I miss?
You're missing late night shows.
Yeah.
I'm fucking Conan O'Brien. What do I care?
Hey, if you're gonna throw jabs at anyone, it can't
Jimmy
be Conan.
Fallon.
That was
Conan.
bad by you.
No
Why?
one touches Conan.
Yeah, to use Conan as your.
I hate all those shows. Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, they all suck.
Conan was great because Conan became like a different breed of show after everything happened with him, where it was just Conan.
Yeah, the TBS version.
That was great.
I kind of feel like we should make this the stigma show too. Like, what's like another good stigma? Like, do you believe in the only child stigma?
Yeah, those people are weird. I think that they're the only children. I think this can be a thing about the youngest child too. Like, you're inherently a little selfish because you've been like just kind of given everything.
What about this though? Like, I don't think they're all weird, but I think definitely like selfish. Yeah, you know, they never got beat up growing up or had to share shit. But if you're like young and you start hanging out with like a group of guys early on, and you kind of know what it's like to get your balls busted or have to fight over a fucking 7-Eleven drink, whatever, it could replace those siblings. Brotherhood.
I don't think you can replace a sibling though, because it's just a different.
Unless you got like a close knit family that.
Like cousins and shit.
Yeah. But even then, it's hard. I agree.
Yeah. It is a different dynamic.
Yeah, you're still going home getting spoiled. You get right to the remote first.
And like, you're not going to check a friend or a cousin the same way you would check like your younger brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's totally a thing though.
What? The stigma?
Yeah. No, like I think it's a true stigma.
Yeah, I think that fits for sure. I'm trying to think of other ones.
Stigma.
I don't know what it is. Well, I mean, we don't have to get too deep on stigmas.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, that's just the morning guy stigma, like, propelled me into the only child stigma. And I was like, yeah, it definitely applies.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, there's exceptions to the rule.
Totally.
I think overall,
it's
pretty.
Yeah.
I kind of have something, not stigma related, though. Mm-hmm. You know how when you're first seeing a girl, like, you're kind of willing to do like, you're going to stay out later. You know,
yes,
everything, right? Wouldn't you say that naturally there's gonna always be a drop off, like once you start dating?
For drop off from what?
From like quote unquote
like
trying hard.
Your courtship period.
Yeah.
That's why I fucking loved dating during COVID, because it was like you didn't have option. You want to watch a movie, go to bed early? Fuck yeah, let's do that. It was, man, if I could go back to 2020, I swear it was great. But yeah, that's definitely a thing. And like you know, and like I'm a big like the guy should pay for everything. But it's like eventually you got to start like, if you know, move in together, you got to like start sharing responsibilities to like make a household and a relationship work.
I'm saying like this. I was talking to a friend of a friend, and when he first started seeing his current girlfriend, she worked at a bar, and he would like go there to hang out with just her while she was working like a couple days a week. Now they've been dating like almost a year, and that changes to once every couple weeks, you know? And then she was getting a little like, you used to like, you know, try so much harder. You come here a couple days a week. But like I said, like it's naturally going to drop off.
Yeah.
But they're going to get mad every time.
Yeah. I don't know how you
That's a tough one. Because it's almost like, come on, I'm in.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly.
There's a difference between like trying to get in and then once you're in.
I like how you call it the courtship period.
That's what I don't know how else to describe it. Like that early.
Yeah, but courtship and honeymoon kind of blend.
See, I feel like, but like.
Because even honeymoon, like even when you're in, you'll still do it early on because you're still like enamored.
Yeah, but it is like new and fresh, and you don't even really mind doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, and then as time goes along, it's like you just get more selfish.
Yeah,
you revert more to yourself.
Yeah, it's like no love lost, but like obviously,
yeah,
this guy's not gonna go to the bar fucking 3 times a week.
That's
to see
fucking
his girlfriend
crazy.
When he sees her.
Yeah.
But I can't believe I was listening to car radio too, and they were taking callers. You said earlier about like the guy paying on the first date. I can't believe there are guys who do not pay on the first date, or even like the first 3. That is crazy to me.
I get like, it makes me, if a girl tries to pay, it makes me think something's wrong.
Yeah, but like they should. I get why they offer. You know, they know they're going to be declined. It's like a nice thing.
Like for sure, like initially, like offer. I
don't want you to offer. I want to just.
What's wrong with an offer?
First couple.
Date?
I don't think it's wrong.
No.
I think they offer
You got manners.
They offer knowing
Yeah.
that you're going to decline.
Yes, exactly.
Right. It's a fake offer. But I've done the thing where it's like, I'm trying to remember when this was exactly. It was a long time ago. But like I went to the bathroom and I came back and she had paid. And I'm like, I don't like that.
What date number was it?
It was like earlier on, but like not the first date. It was probably been seeing her for a month or so. And it's like, I still like, no, like I got it. I'll take care of it.
Yeah, but like certainly not a deal breaker. Like it's nice.
No, it's not a deal breaker, but I was like, don't do that. Don't do that ever again. But you didn't.
Oh, you really don't want them to pay.
Yeah, no, it just makes me, especially at that point. And then like, like my current girlfriend, like I just, I make more than her. So it's like, I don't need you to be paying for things. Why don't you just hold on to your money? So I don't know. That's like one of those kind of old world things that I kind of just.
Yeah, or a good compromise is always, all right, I'll pay for the $150 dinner. You can get the $9 Uber home.
Right. Or like, we go, same thing, go out for dinner. It's like, oh, let's stop off at Jenny's on the way home. Yeah. You can get the Jenny's. Thanks. That was really nice.
It is wild that there are people out there who.
Aliens.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. It's like rule 1.
Yeah. Like rule. Like,
first date not paying is bananas.
Like that's got to be like, a chick red flag podcast. That's got to be a top tier.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost like, how do these guys not paying on first dates like not even hear about this more in pop culture? Like that's top of the list for anything.
For real. So I brought it up yesterday's mid show too, but I'm watching this show called Love on the Spectrum.
How do they do it?
So it's funny because like they like talk before and some of them get like nervous about it. They're like, what if she orders something expensive? Because this one guy said that.
They're just like us.
Yeah, exactly. And his parents were like, if they order something expensive, just pay for it. It's not a big deal. Just do it. You know what I mean? And then the other guy's like a completely different guy. So if people that don't know, sorry, I didn't sit on the premise of the show. It's basically two people who are on the spectrum go on dates and they try to find love.
Yeah,
but are they
title kind of gives it away?
Yeah, I'm just explaining it.
They're like high functioning people on the.
Some are, some aren't.
Okay.
Some are, some are not.
Okay.
But like they're going on dates alone, right? That's high functioning enough.
Yeah, they're going on dates alone, but
they
they're
have
also
jobs.
But some do, some don't.
Okay.
Yeah, some do, some don't. Some live with family, some live alone.
Okay.
So it's varying degrees.
Gotcha.
Of
Okay. Functionality.
And the one guy's like, what if the first date, should I pay or should I ask her to split? And they're like, no, Sabad, you pay for the first one. And then this one time, this guy James, they brought the check. He's like, hey, I noticed that there was a service charge on here. He's like, I just want to ask what that is. And then they're like, oh, that goes towards the waitstaff. We could take it off. He's like, no, don't worry about that. You don't have to take it off. I was just wanting to know what it was. It was just so funny, dude.
Yeah.
I highly recommend this.
So like even when Shane Gillis talked about it on his special, it like made me a little uncomfortable. So that you don't feel like the people are. I haven't seen it. They're like not being.
They're not being made fun of.
They're not being exploited
at all.
Okay.
It is
All right.
like the most endearing show ever.
Okay. All right.
Like you just sit there.
I'll give it a shot.
And you just love these characters. Like these. I tell you, there's this Indian guy named Sabat. I want him to come on the show. Like this guy's great. He's great.
Got to get him here.
Yeah, and like they talk
How many
about
seasons of the show have there been?
I only watched the first one so far.
It's fairly new, right?
Yeah, I think it's fairly new.
It's on Netflix, right?
Yeah. Like it's like, and they like teach him how to like, I don't know, like they kind of do like a little socializing thing.
That's actually good, probably.
Very good.
That should just be like a public health offering. Should give it to fucking everybody.
Yeah.
I could use it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like this is how you behave.
Well, yeah, that's what, because Sabat, the girl he went on a date with, who's spoiler alert, now his girlfriend.
Oh, nice.
She was like, I like TV. My favorite show is American Idol or whatever. And Sabat's like, I don't like TV. Can we change the subject? And then like later on, his mom and his sister were like, Sabat, you gotta talk. If she wants to talk about it, you can't just talk about it because you don't like TV. He's like, but I don't like TV. Like, which it is really.
Did the girl have a reaction towards that though?
Yeah, she kind of like maybe she paused a little bit and she was like, oh, you don't want to talk about TV? Like I love TV,
Yeah, I wonder. It's. Like, is that, like, for someone on the spectrum, that girl was Sabad's girlfriend, it was?
Yeah, so pretty much most people, who they set them up with are on the spectrum, too. Some like there were a few that were not.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just wonder if that like registers with them. Like, oh, that was a turnoff to me. Or maybe she's like, oh, okay, we
Yeah.
can't talk about TV ever again.
I think it was more like that, but
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I don't know.
So like I'm
She
very
didn't
interested. It's
elaborate.
like, what do they look for in a mate then? If nothing really matters, you know?
They like there's this one girl who is obsessed with animation.
Oh, okay.
Obsessed with animation.
This is like good old fashioned love, just mutual interests.
yeah.
That's
Good
exactly what it
conversation.
is. And there are two people that go to the zoo and they just like, I love lions. I love lions too. Awesome. Like, you know what I mean? And it's kind of like, but it's like,
Yeah.
it's just,
No, I'm like curious about it now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about the girl with Down syndrome that kissed me?
No.
Oh,
We were at like it was my parents' one of their surprise anniversaries, and we had it at like my old neighbor's house. And one of our family friends, their daughter has Down syndrome, and I was probably like 22. Not that it matters. And she just saw me from like across the yard and was like, "He's cute." Just came up, grabbed both my cheeks, kissed me right on the lips, and walked away.
really?
I always thought my first kiss would be different.
Hey, how old are you again?
I was probably like, I don't know, 22, 23, right out of college.
That's nice. I mean, you can't do anything.
Still a confidence boost.
Yeah, I saw her beelining towards me. I was like, this is just going to have to happen.
What do you put a paper plate in front of her mouth?
I was like, she looks pretty aggressive right now. She's going for more than a hug. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to puck her up.
She's going after, and that was it.
That was it. Everyone laughed. Had a good kiss. Got on with the rest of the day, the rest of the party.
It was like right in front of your family and everything.
Everyone. 'Cause
Yeah.
everyone like noticed her darting across the yard towards me.
Have you ever been like hardcore rejected for a kiss that you went in for?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only really once I can think of. I was just
I'm trying
like,
to think of like, I'm
hey,
sure it's
you
happened.
read the situation wrong
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, that's happened.
Yeah.
No, only once. Because like you I was hammered.
Yeah.
But like you should be very confident going in.
Still,
to the kiss that-
I think it's my all-time favorite WSD story. I feel like I told
yeah.
it to somebody recently when we were out at what is
Hawks
that?
game?
It was after a Hawks game. We were in like this little room where the like the owner's friends are. I don't know why we were in there that day, but there was this girl who did not like Barstool, and then we were like just talking to her, and she like warmed up to us, and then we were all going to like a group of like 10 of us went out to a bar afterwards in the West Loop, but it was Aberdeen Tap. And that was a girl, like I'm watching her and Dave like kind of side of my eye. They're like arguing, and
About Barstool, right?
I think it was about Barstool.
Okay, you got me. Saturdays aren't just for the boys.
yeah. And this is 2020, and she goes, "If you say that again, I'm going to bite your nose." And Dave says it again, and then like leans in. It looked like Dave was going for a kiss, and this girl just chomped down on his nose.
Man, the Velcro wall, that nose has been through hell.
He had teeth marks on his nose the next day.
He's got some road rash.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Guy's been through some wars.
Yeah, that really has.
That was like my favorite White Sox Dave moment.
It's a
I think.
great story.
Yeah.
Also, the Down syndrome person saw your weenie too.
Yep. You made me retell that one not too long ago.
I don't think I was here for that.
I think you were, but I will tell it again, I guess. This old gym I went to, there was a kid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See, do I even have to say it?
Yeah, might as well.
Let's
Yeah,
link
repeat it.
it
We're
to
here,
an old
yeah.
Run it
episode.
back.
Yeah.
This kid used to go to the same gym as me, had Down syndrome, and he'd always be there. He'd always be talking to everyone, blah, blah, blah. One day, I come back after a workout, a cool walking 45 minutes on a treadmill, and then he's in there getting ready to go in the shower, and he's butt naked, and I had undressed and put a towel around my waist to go in the shower. And he was like, "Why are you wearing a towel? Is it because you have a teeny weenie?" And I laughed it off. And then I went outside, and he was talking to 3 employees of the gym, all happened to be hot girls. And he just pointed at me and said he has a teeny weenie. So in their heads, they were like, he obviously must have saw his dick. Said it was teeny, but nope. He just ran with that one.
It's a great story.
Down syndrome people just hate me.
Or love you.
Or love,
Love
yeah.
you,
Where we
yeah.
have a love-hate relationship.
Oh, that's
Either
funny.
starting rumors or kissing me on the lips.
Oh, it's funny. You like that one, Lance?
Did you ever talk to those girls? I can't remember that.
No, I uncoincidentally left that gym a couple months later.
That was all she wrote.
Yeah, hard to come back from
That'll
that
do
one.
it.
No, I do have an average size.
Oh man. I some one quick thing, and then we could wrap this up. I want to just give a public service announcement that if you're driving around any Teslas for the next month, be a little careful.
Oh yeah.
Be a little careful.
Do tell.
So basically, here's the thing about Teslas and electric. I don't know, not all electric cars, but whatever. So there's autopilot, which could only be used in the highway.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't change lanes. It doesn't do anything. It just starts and stops and stays in between the lanes.
So it's like cruise control with brakes.
Correct.
Auto brakes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Can I pause real quick?
Yeah.
I got to send someone this clip too. When we were on literally the last hour of Storm Chasers, after driving 40 plus hours, Glennie realized the cruise control function.
No.
He thought it was like a myth before that. He's like, I thought people were like kidding. You could just do this? What do I do with my legs now?
I don't like it.
Really?
I never use cruise control. I know it's supposed to be like more fuel efficient or whatever,
Yeah.
but it makes me...
It really is like, what do I do with my legs?
Yeah, and it makes me like a little nervous, and I also feel like and I do all the driving for when we go on these trips.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I always feel like I'm not gonna make good time. So I feel like if I find spots to pass people, like I'm always just and I feel like I'm not as alert
Yeah, right.
when I'm in cruise control.
Damn.
Yeah, so I'd
lovely.
never use it.
Even when I didn't have the autopilot.
Yeah,
I thought it was lovely.
Okay.
That's crazy by Glennie, though, to not realize that it was real.
yeah,
But those New York guys, they ain't driving like we do.
True.
yeah.
True.
That was my footnote. Go on.
So there's that, and then there's full self-driving. That doesn't come with the car automatically. You got to pay like an extra whatever to buy it. It's like 10 grand, 12, I don't know what it is now, to add it on. And that could change lanes for you.
Yeah.
It could park for you. It could summon. It could
It's
do a bunch of
fucking
shit.
crazy. I was at Caldahan got one when they had and he had the full package, and we were at the bar, and he like called it from the parking spot, and it like pulled up right in front of the bar.
Yeah, yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so you could do that.
Yeah.
Is it a Batmobile?
Yeah.
So there's like all that shit. I didn't buy that. I was like, fuck that. I don't need that. So for this month, they gave it for free to everyone. You just download it on your software, and every Tesla has it for the month of April. So I put it in, and like I trust this thing like 90-something%. Like the autopilot, I'm like, this is good. Like on the highway, bumper to bumper.
Looking at your phone,
Look at
reading
my
a book,
phone. Like exactly,
fold
of course.
newspaper up, blocking the windshield.
But only like when it's bumper to bumper because
Yeah.
you know you're not going to do any damage. There's no pedestrians. There's no bicyclists. Like whatever. Like I just want to be very clear about that.
No tall bikes.
Yeah, there's no tall bikes. Dude, so there's obviously 90 construction, and you got to merge in. So when it merged with this full self-drive the other day, I was just kind of like looking down, like whatever, and all of a sudden it just like zoomed up a little bit, rear-ended some dude, and I'm like, whoa, like that's the first time I've ever done that, ever, and you're like, it kind of jolts you.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, like,
Fucked up after that.
damn, man, you're like, boom, and I'm like, fuck, I'm like, hey, like raised my hand, like the guy's like looking back at me, and I'm like, all right, like, you know,
Let's do this.
let's pull over. Like it's raining. Like
Yep.
let's get this over with. Like, you know, he didn't pull over, and I'm like, why isn't he pulling over? And he looked at me like we made eye contact. You know, like he had to have known.
It was that self-drive. Have a good day.
I don't know. And then like he switches lanes. I'm like, all right, he wants to get to the other side, so I follow him. He still doesn't pull over. Finally, like he switched lanes again, and I lost him. So I'm like, all right, like I don't my culpability. Like finally I'm like I get to work, and I'm like, all right, this is gonna be.
Yeah, you're torn up about it.
My car, yeah, I felt bad,
Yeah.
you know,
Reverse chase. Like you're chasing down the guy.
Yeah.
for real. Like, yeah, you know, it's just the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And I pull up. There wasn't really much damage, if any at all, to mine. And I was just like, that was A, bizarre that this guy didn't pull over. B, the fucking self-drive.
Yeah. How fast do you think you're going?
Oh, like 5, 10.
Oh.
Like, just like,
A little. Yeah.
I tapped it.
Yeah.
But like hard enough. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah, like if you're that guy, you still got to check to see.
Totally,
if you're-
yeah, I bumped it. Like, boom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, boom.
You had no damage to the frunk.
No, there's like a little, looks like a light's a little protruded, but
So
nothing.
what does Tesla say when you're like, hey, got a couple of kinks to work out here still?
So it's like a thing if you disengage it, if you take it out of the autopilot, like it says, say something, you could leave an anonymous voice note. So I was just like, hey, I rear-ended someone yesterday. It didn't catch the car in the merge. Like, never happened before.
Product
with
sucks.
autopilot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But even when you weren't using self-driving, the Tesla would sound the fucking alarm anytime you got too close to someone. It didn't even do
Dude,
that.
Dude,
car
I know.
does
Like
that.
I'm telling, even with merges, like with the autopilot, it was always fine. But just with this full, I don't know, something changed.
Did the alarm still not sound off if you're using self-drive?
It might have went off, but it was too late, or it
Yeah.
might not have. I can't really recall. It happened so fast because, like, and obviously it's my fault because you're supposed to take over whenever. So at the end of the day, Tesla's not culpable,
Liable,
because I should have been paying more attention.
Then what's the point of having fucking autopilot?
Good question. There's the fucking driverless cars in Arizona that everyone keeps posting.
Yeah.
Are they looking at the fucking
We saw a few of those.
through the windshield?
Yeah, I don't know.
Just a public service announcement
Yeah.
for the people.
Careful out there.
Be careful. I haven't used it much since.
So I just got to get a Chevy.
I'm ready for this to be
Yeah.
over so I could just go back and do my regular autopilot. No
Cruise
full
control.
self-drive,
Yeah.
Well, you have to be on it for a certain time.
Yeah, no, now it won't like.
How long? How long's the trial?
Yeah, it ends in like May 2nd.
Oh, jeez.
So, whole month. Give me a long month. Yeah, play the tiny violin for me. Tough.
Tough. Tesla head.
I ain't kidding. A car crash of any sort will shake you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Felt bad.
I haven't really ever been in a real one that I can recall. I was coming home and it was this guy. I felt bad for him because his car got absolutely fucked, but there was a train, like a metro train coming across, and it was dead of winter, and for whatever reason, like that stretch of road was just like all ice, like compacted down ice. And I'm stopped, and the guy comes in, and I could see him, like he's braking, and he just slides right into the back of my old Jeep Liberty. His front of his hood, accordion, like into the windshield. It was like my brother's third grade teacher. Like smashed, and I like got out, like looked at mine. I had like not a scratch, and his
Were you
car,
driving?
the Jeep Liberty,
Oh, sorry. What was he doing?
some kind of a sedan.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was too crumpled for me.
Saturn?
Yeah,
I got rear-ended by a Saturn once and it went crumpled.
Really?
All the
Yeah,
time.
yeah. And I've never hit anybody.
I've been in so many car crashes.
Were you at fault?
A couple times.
Yeah.
But I've been in like passenger seat a lot too.
Really?
I hate sitting in
Dude,
the front
you're
seat.
like just a survivor.
I did too. I was like 5 or 6 and I was in my mom's front seat, station wagon, no seatbelt. Went flying,
Oh,
hit my head off of the dashboard.
No stitches or anything?
No, I didn't get busted open, but like
A little
I
knot?
said, like I may have had like some type of chip somewhere on my
A chip? Like a fractured
some-
skull?
Yeah, something like that.
Like orbital bone?
Yeah, it was like
I'm convinced that's the worst thing to break.
it was more visible when I was younger. Maybe it's not visible anymore, but
your Harry Potter scar went away.
like yeah. It was like or maybe I didn't have it. It was just like in my mom's head because she saw it happen. and it
Oh,
was, like,
yeah.
always,
She's
like
traumatic for
yeah,
her.
so she saw it because it was black and blue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I don't know. Maybe it's not true at
Yeah.
all, but I still vividly remember leaving my seat and smacking face first into the dashboard.
Hey, buckle up. Kids in the back seat and buckle up. That's what they said.
So
Sesame
my mom,
Street.
like, she still
Yeah.
talks about it. It's like, I can't believe I allowed a
Yeah.
child so young
To
in
sit
the front
there,
seat
yeah.
with no
They-
seatbelt.
I also, I've got nephews who are 3, 6, and 8. They're all in various types of seats. Like, I don't remember having like a booster seat when I was 8. I feel like
No.
I was done. Like, you had like your little baby toddler car seat, and then after that, you were fine.
Yeah, that seems like it's changed.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got I never I'm sure I'm just misremembering, but now they're backwards so much too, you know? They're facing the back of the seat.
I think that's when they're
babies.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
babies,
Yeah. Once they're like toddlers or like even like a
They flip 'em around,
9-month-old.
But why not just keep it like that the whole time? Like, as a 2-year-old that less susceptible to
I don't think maybe because they're not able to be like defend them. I don't know. To put
I have
their
no
arms up.
idea.
I don't know. I don't know that sign.
No idea.
Someone out there knows.
Yeah.
for sure.
that 2-year-old though, he's ready for anything.
Yeah.
True. I got T-bone before in my mom's car.
How old were you then?
I think me and my friends, we were in 6th or 7th grade, and it was a snow day. We were going a sled, and some fucking Dodge Caravan just smoked our Chevy Trailblazer. Like, I think we were up. Like, it
Two
felt
wheels?
like we were up. If we weren't, I don't know. Like, spun everything. I'm talking smoked. It was
I ever tell a story about how when my friend hit the tree?
no.
I feel like we got to stop talking in real life so I could just stop saying, did I ever say this? Did I ever say that? But it was like a Wednesday afternoon, like maybe noon, and he just picked me up and we were just going to our other buddy's house. And I was in the front seat. He was driving, just us two. And he looked down for like a second. And I don't know what happened. Like his knee might have slightly touched the wheel. And we just go head first into a fucking tree. Tree doesn't move.
Dude, that's
an
like a
inch.
fucking death sentence.
Oh my God.
How are you still alive with cancer and all these car accidents? And
I'm almost down to my 9th life.
yeah.
But I saw it happening at the last second. So I reached over to try to push the wheel, and I end up getting smoked by both airbags.
Oh,
brutal.
Jesus. Oh, so I've never
been smoked by an airbag.
I've never been in a car where an airbag went off.
It's probably like my 4th time.
Are they bad?
Yeah, they suck, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like an instant concussion.
Your instant wind knocked out of you, not to mention like all their smoke is happening, people coughing, like, is everyone all right? So I look over, my buddy is like, I look at him through the smoke and like his lips all bloody. And then the tree, we went into my part, the passenger side. So this isn't funny, but in hindsight, we can at least laugh. He was like, get out of the car. And I couldn't because the door wouldn't open because it was fucked up. But he thought I couldn't because I couldn't move my legs.
Oh.
He was like, oh. I was like, wait, I'm good. I'm just going to go on your side. He's like, oh my God, thank God.
Was it Gil?
No,
Oh,
it was another friend you know, though.
He's like, that's fucked up.
It's fucked up. And I was like, why are you freaking out?
That's so fucked up.
Because I obviously wasn't processing everything at first.
Yeah.
Like, why do you think me not opening my door means fucking paralyzed?
All right, well, we didn't end this on a light note.
Do we ever?
No. All right, say a prayer.
No autopilot.
Yeah,
no
say a
trees.
prayer when you slither into 7-Eleven. That's all.
I feel like that's asking for trouble too, slithering in 1 a.m.
We keep using the verb slither.
Danny's a slithery guy.
How about stroll?
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. See you next time.